Suspended Senator Mike Duffy poised to get his day in court.
Tonight, the case against suspended Senator Mike Duffy.
Mike Duffy's trial is set to begin.
We brace ourselves for at least 6 weeks of Mike Duffy.
Mike Duffy is about to be thrust back into the spotlight.
This trial that's set to grip the nation.
There is obviously intense interest in this case.
So, of course, this is going to be exciting television. We all hope it'll brighten up a dull spring.
The political trial of the year will begin.
Political trial of the decade. Maybe that's a little hyperbole, maybe not.
I'm old enough to remember the Watergate hearings.
Even just bringing up the Liberal sponsorship scandal in the same breath as this, already you just wonder if that's damaging.
Mike Duffy. I know you don't want to talk about Mike Duffy, but we got to talk about him just a little bit.
The media circus that is the Mike Duffy trial. I'm Brian Lilley with TheRebel.media. Well, they've got a media riser set up over there for the TV cameras. You got a satellite truck off behind there, and inside the courtroom you've got the main courtroom where the trial's being held, and then an overflow room with 50 chairs set aside for the media, 73 for the general public. It's been like this all morning, with the media camped out, broadcasting live from the opening of the Duffy trial. Some are saying that this isn't just Duffy being on trial, that this is the whole Harper government going on trial. And for many in the media, there's a bit of that. But if you thought that setting up for the trial was one thing, you should have been there when Mike Duffy himself arrived.
Are you going to testify? How are you feeling today going into your first court appearance?
Are you going to testify during your trial?
Let the guys get set up here.
No. Mike, we're going in.
We have to go, but
get a back up.
Are you good to go?
Come on. We will say in the courtroom.
Mike, how are you feeling today? Are you confident Mr. Duffy will be acquitted? Left, everybody.
We're coming back up, guys.
Do you have anything to add before you go into the courthouse today? Mr. Duffy or Mr. Payne?
What are you hoping? Mr. Duffy, can you say anything to Canadians?
Now, I have been in this business for a long time. I've spent a lot of time since 2002 when I moved back to Ottawa as a reporter at this very courthouse. I've covered murders here. I've covered terrorism trials here. I've covered some big names. Senator Raymond Levine was put on trial here, a Liberal, but nothing quite like the Mike Duffy trial. And what's at stake here? 31 charges, all related to fraud or breach of trust that essentially amount to about $90,000. I'm going to hazard a guess that the trial itself is costing far more than that. The investigation long ago eclipsed that, and some of the media outlets will be spending more than $90,000 just to cover this trial. Let's face it, there's a bit of schadenfreude going on here. Some in the media are happy to see Mike Duffy taken down. Like myself, they have a personal history with Duffy, for good or for bad. That doesn't mean that I think that Duffy is being unfairly charged. There's obviously evidence here, and whether he's guilty or innocent, that'll be up to the court to decide. And his lawyer, Donald Bain, has a big road ahead of him, a big job ahead of him, trying to convince the judge, and this is trial by judge alone, that Duffy is innocent. But all that to say that the bigger story here, it may not be the trial itself, it may not be the charges. It's the media fascination with it as they look to try and make this not just about the senator, but about taking down a government as well.